What's up, Goiv Squad? Famox here from Game on Your Face, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MG18A Harms Way legendary Vangaurd Machine Gun. I got mine from a Cryptarch package, but you can also pick one up from the Vangaurd Quartermaster. But since I didn't purchase mine, it will have slightly different abilities. However, they are pretty similar. For the barrels, I have aggressive ballistics, linear compensator, and soft ballistics. And while the first two are different from the one the Quartermaster is selling, they're quite similar in their effect. Now this gun does have very low impact for a machine gun, so my first instinct was to equip the barrel that would increase the impact. For me, that is aggressive ballistic. For the stock gun, it would be accurized ballistics. With this barrel equipped, it boosted the PvP critical hit from 35 to 40. Now that's a pretty big boost in damage, and in close quarter combat, especially with its high rate of fire, this gun proved to be a beast. However, once we start getting into that mid-range, the gun becomes very difficult to manage. But if you equip soft ballistics, the stability is greatly increased and makes the MG18A very manageable at mid-range. And even though it brings down the damage by 5, I think it's worth the stability because you still have the crowd control perk, but we'll get to that one in a bit. Next up, I have counterbalance. This weapon has increased stability. The stock gun does not have the same perk, instead it has rodeo. However, they are pretty much the same. Counterbalance increased stability, rodeo decreases recoil. With counterbalance, you can see that it stops the gun from jerking left and right and instead keeps the recoil in a nice vertical line. Moving on, we have high caliber rounds, snapshot, and quick draw. This one is an easy one for me. I would definitely suggest high caliber rounds. Oversized rounds built to stagger targets and leave them reeling, their mass makes the weapon harder to handle. This is very effective in PvE, especially when you got a big knight running at you. High caliber rounds will stagger them every time. And it's also highly effective in PvP. In one of my previous reviews, I said this perk didn't work in the Crucible, but I was actually mistaken. Here's a short clip of what it looks like to be shot by a player using high caliber rounds. As you can see, it's almost impossible to fire back because of that stagger effect. However, if you're lucky enough to land this gun with a Field Scout perk, then I would probably go with that instead. It boosts your ammo from 54 to 100, and you can never go wrong with more ammo in a machine gun. Last but not least, we have crowd control. This is probably the key perk for this gun. Kills with this weapon grant bonus damage for a short time. Now, whether you're playing at PvE or PvP, this perk is amazing. It makes it great for clearing a room, very effective when playing control. After the first kill, it boosts your damage by 5 or 6 for a few seconds. This, along with high caliber rounds, gives you a real Rambo feel. If you run into a room and take down one guy, there's a very good chance you'll also kill the second. That's why earlier I said you could afford to lose some impact for stability because this perk will make up for it. Overall, I think that this is a pretty decent machine gun. It's versatile in that it's great in both PvE and PvP. I didn't really have high hopes for this gun at first because it's got a high rate of fire, low impact, and average stability, so I thought it would be all over the place with the recoil and not do much damage. However, with soft ballistics and counterbalance applied, it becomes one of the easiest machine guns to control. Then when you add high caliber rounds and crowd control, the low impact is no longer an issue. So all in all, I would say it's a pretty good buy if you're in the market for a new machine gun. But of course, this is just my opinion on it, guys. If you had the chance to try it out yourself, then let me know what you think of it. I'm almost back up to 150 Crucible marks, and I'm thinking about trying Against All Odds. If you think you'd be interested in that review, or if you want to suggest any other guns for me to review, then just tell me in the comments. Hopefully this video helped you out a bit. I'm Famox from Game on Your Face, and I'll see you in the next one.